So today I would like to talk about Jeremiah 12:5. If you have raced with men on foot and they have wearied you, how are you going to compete with horses? And if in a safe land you are so trusting, what will you do in the thicket of the Jordan? So focusing on the first part about having raced with men on foot, you're not going to be able to handle the horses. Obviously, because men aren't as fast and as strong as horses. So if these men have already made you tired and fatigued, then you're not going to be able to race against horses. That correlates with the responsibilities that God gives us. When people come into the faith, they expect to come full on with full responsibilities in the faith, or as they grow, they start boasting, thinking that they can handle more than they actually can. But God understands where we are in faith and what we can handle. And so he will put us through trials and tribulations in order and allow us to go through them in order for us to understand where we are in faith. And through those trials and tribulations, our confidence has grown to recognize that our faith has grown, or it is for us to give us a chance to see potential for growth. So if you lose your peace, if you have too hard of a time during this time, then it shows you that maybe your faith isn't as strong in trusting God as you thought it was, right? Because when we lose our peace, it's a loss of trust in what God can do and his power. But we have to be trained. We have to be strengthened in that kind of faith. So God will start you off with lower responsibilities, and then he will strengthen and train you through these trials, through these tribulations, through his voice. It's similar to training a muscle. When you go to train your muscles, if you go to do squats, the first 10, if you're really out of shape, is going to really hurt. Your muscles are going to be sore. But as you do them, they're going to get stronger. It is not a fast process, though. It takes a slow build of strength to get there. And in order for your muscle to be built, your muscles actually have to tear. What they do is they tear and then they repair. And when they repair to be stronger. And that's exactly what God does to us in these trials and tribulations. It's like he breaks us a little bit more to mold us into his liking. He tears us a little bit in order to strengthen us and build us into his liking. The Bible says that although we have suffered a little bit, he will strengthen and establish us. And then as we are strengthened and established, our responsibilities grow. And be aware of where you are in faith. Humble enough to accept that you are not where you think you are, but confident in where you know you are, where God has shown you where you're at. Don't be deceived into thinking you are greater than what you are. That usually leads people into pushing for larger responsibilities than what they can handle. And those people will fall because they were not prepared for what they thought they were. Let God lead your growth in faith, because he'll take you through the fire according to where your faith is at. And through that fire, your faith will be strengthened to the point where it won't be shaken. This is how you get for him to truly be your firm foundation, because that is a great concept to take in, but not all understand exactly what that means. But when we have to go through the fire, when we have to learn to rely on him as our strength, and he tears us down a little bit in order to be molded into his likeness, he becomes our firm foundation. And I encourage you to ask him for larger responsibilities. Just understand it'll be a process. Don't shy away from the larger responsibilities. Just understand that it's going to take time. It's going to take dedication to his voice. It's going to require to be torn down a little bit. But when you are strengthened and established, it is a tremendous blessing in so many different ways.